first high school, first college.
Yes.
And then 4 little siblings.
Yes.
How does that impact create?
Yeah, so,
Because they're watching.
they
I know
are,
that.
and you have pressures on 2 fronts. You're the oldest, they're watching, you're supposed to set the example. But, you also are trying to figure it out for yourself, and they also need help figuring that out for themselves. They've done well. There's a big gap between the first 3 of us and the second 2 of us. And I've got a sister who serves in the U.S. military. She's in the Navy. I have another sister who also works for Georgia Power, and 2 brothers that are still figuring out their way through college and what they're going to do. But yeah, you're right. I mean, and this idea of, like many of our cultures, you have a responsibility not just to yourself, but to your nuclear family. And so we are very self-sacrificing in that regard, and we're very intentional about making sure that we're pulling up the rest of the family as we climb.
Another component, and I see this in the Indian community and in specific sub-communities within India, is you're not just your family, you're the community.
Yes.
And so there's this, I don't know if any of your parents, God forbid, ever did this. They would cut out these news articles for me, and they'd be like, hey, look at this kid. He's like 12 years old, and he graduated with his neurosurgery. Like, why can't you do the same thing? Did you ever feel like the community was watching you as well?
Yeah, not as much. Because remember, I didn't get to grow up around a large Latino community. I grew up hungry, wishing to see people like me. I just didn't have... Remember, I came up in the energy industry, so I was mostly around men. And in fact, I've had 12 jobs in the 25 years with Georgia Power, and I've been the first or the only in 9 of those 12 jobs. So first or only woman, or first or only Latina, or both. So I felt more pressure from other communities that were just kind of watching to see what I was capable of.
Interesting.
Maybe even sometimes watching to see if I would fail.
Yeah.
I think my own family really didn't know what I was doing. And even today, when I tell them I do external affairs
nobody knows
for
what
the
I
company,
do.
right?
Exactly.
They're like, what? Like, what do you make? And so that's the fun with our families.